Hello everyone. So I figured I'd chuck my own 2 cents in since everybody's doing it in regards to my thoughts on this game, being a Battlefield vet myself, coming from Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, BF1, BFV, and very minimal amount of hardline. I just thought I'd give my thoughts and opinions on this game, and yeah, let's get into it.
Oh, fuck off!
I find the key issues with this game
Oh,
Uh,
platform
definitely
RPG,
squad cohesion. There isn't any. There's none whatsoever in this game.
That's gold.
The main characters that you will see at any given time running around on the map is Angel, which is this bloke. Um, how come you need armor plates is beyond me. It's such a Call of Duty thing.
That shield
Um,
is fucking,
It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. So you'll either see him, Sundance, the guy that carries the turret on the back of his with him, or maybe the medical chick. That's pretty much all you're going to see in a squad at any given time. I believe I was playing on Orbital today, and I looked to my left and my right as we were running down the hill, and I can tell you that out of the 20 people running down the hill, at least 15 of them were old mate with the armor plates, who, funny enough, is who I'm playing in the current gameplay you're seeing on the screen. So my issue is this isn't a real Battlefield. It's not. It's not a Battlefield title, and the issue I have with it is that's what happens when you have devs and creators come across from Call of Duty to make a game. It's the old EA and LA Dice and all those people that have moved on. They made the last decent Battlefield. They just don't make them like they used to with Bad Company 3, BF3 and BF4. And it shows in this game. The just the lack of map design, the way the maps flow for infantry. There's no infantry focused maps at all whatsoever. There really isn't. There's no metro style. There's no underground style. There's none of that. So it's just a consistent repeat of just getting absolutely slammed by vehicles. And that leads me into my next issue, vehicles. So, I mean, this whole call-in system is just absolutely stupid. At any given time, you know, there's four or five bolts running around, tanks, the helicopters, just the splash damage. Like, I know they nerfed the bolt, but like, let's be real here. The splash damage makes you feel like you're running on a sticky floor. You physically can't get away, and I don't remember that ever happening from an LAV. The splash damage from that, or an attack helicopter causing that to happen on BF3 or BF4, and it absolutely needs to be reworked. It's an absolute joke. This whole 5-seater thing is just stupid. The reload time on RPGs is just way too long. 3 RPGs are not enough to take out a tank. I don't understand what planet they were on when they decided that was a good idea. Yes, the alts take 3. The hovercrafts take 2 now, which is good. But this game, it's like, for anyone that is a veteran, and we all played Hardline, it wasn't a Battlefield title. And this is just not a Battlefield title. There's no squad cohesion. There's none whatsoever. There's no medics. There's no engineers. There's no supports. There's no scouts. Like, there just isn't. Everybody looks the same. Everybody is pretty much running the same thing. And at any given point in time, you could have a list down the side of your screen showing you how many medics are there, like that. Look, exactly like that. And you won't get revived. They'll run past you. And why would they? Because everybody's in it for themselves. Why would you want to get revived? There's no medics. There's no incentive to want to be a medic. There's no leaderboard for, like, oh yeah, best medic, you know. No incentive for leaderboards for engineers or support players or anything like that. No ribbons for that kind of like they used to have. And C4 half the time doesn't even work. Like, you can't tell me none of those stuck to that hovercraft to blow him up. And here's another one, PC. Are you telling me right there and then that none of my shots landed on that bloke enough to kill him? None whatsoever, but I'll lose the gunfight. How do I know what PC players are running? It's an unfair advantage. That's my other issue I have with crossplay. I cannot go find a game where it's just console only. I've got to play against PC. How do I know that PC is not running some sort of cheat? You cannot tell me that that guy did no damage whatsoever and managed to run off. But as you can, I'm deviating away from my point. That is, there's no squad cohesion. Maps, there's not enough cover. It's so chaotic. Like, have a go at this. Like, okay, no worries. And bang. There's an LAV sitting, a LATV sitting off to the side, just pumping everybody. It's just a joke. Like, it's not a real battlefield. It's exactly like Hardline was. It's as expected because it was made by Call of Duty devs. There's no team cohesion in this game whatsoever. I can't communicate in-game with VoIP like you could in BF3 or BF4. So I can't even scream out to get revived. And half the time I wouldn't even know who's going to come and revive me anyway because nobody marks up that they're coming to revive you. There's no incentive to do any of this. Everybody's in it for themselves. And like I said, armor plates, Sundance, sentry turrets. You can't even push a building without sentry turrets being put out. Who the hell came up with that idea is beyond me. It's such a Call of Duty thing. And the other one's just a medic. And by the time you jab yourself in the arm anyway, the interaction is just way too long. All these animations are just stupid and take way too long. This gun here is basically a 1200 RPM of uselessness because it's so hit and miss with the way it fires. And now it's basically M5A3s and that's it. And an MP9. They're the go-to guns. Or a DMR. That two shots ya from across the map, the same as what a sniper would do. It's such a poorly structured game. And it is not fun. Like, don't get me wrong, it has its fun moments. But for me, it's not a Battlefield game. It's not fun playing on your own, let alone not being able to communicate with a squad. And even if you do get into a squad and you gel really well, guess what? You'll get booted back to the main menu when the game ends, and you'll have to find a whole new squad. And PC and console is just an unfair matchup. You can't compare the movements with PC. Now, here's a good example. Look, 3 people next to me. 3 people next to me. Not one person coming to revive. Not one person at all. Look, and there's a Sundance chick. Absolutely useless. Cannot come and revive. Do you think anybody would push? Look, there we go. Another player runs past me. Would push to revive? No. Don't even get me started on this crap. Like,
this is just how it works out sometimes.
Fights like that keep you sharp. A good day's work, but I'm not one to brag.
The most cheesiest one-liners into a game, and then there's this crap. Like, seriously, it's so Call of Duty. It's unbelievable. I could handle it in Battlefield 5. And then
Proud to be in a squad like this.
there's another one-liner. Like, it's absolute cancer. It is. It's shit. It's so Call of Duty. It's unbelievable. But hey, guess what? You come into a game, you want to pray to God you don't get a loadout glitch. Hey, you want a vehicle? Hey, you want a vehicle, or you want to try and get a vehicle so you can spawn on a squad mate to, I don't know, get across the map? Well, too bad. Because guess what? They're all taken. But don't worry. We'll make up for it when there's a call-in system, and you can call out any vehicle you want. Hey, you want more bolts on the ground? No dramas. We'll give you more bolts. Hey, you want more helicopters? No worries. Because there's not enough already flying around in this 128 player server that was absolutely not even designed for 128 players. No. And then this whole intro, you cannot tell me this is not a rip-off from Warzone. It is. It's a rip-off of Warzone. Straight out, that's a rip-off of Warzone. If you've ever played the last Call of Duty, Warzone, that's how you used to come in when you play Ground War or Warzone in general. You go out that way and you come in that way. It's like they're not even using their own ideas. They've just taken whatever they did when they were over at Call of Duty, working for them, and they've decided, let's implement it into here because we want all the Apex boys and we want Call of Duty boys and we want all these other people that we use from our old franchises to come across into the Battlefield franchise and play. And we want to make it great. So, you know, nobody feels left out, you know, because we're all about, you know, giving everybody a pat on the back. That's not what Battlefield was about. That's the problem. Look, it's not Battlefield. It really isn't. This jump slide mechanic, Call of Duty. Grapple hooks, Call of Duty. Armor plates, Call of Duty. Sentry turrets, Call of Duty. Jets. Now, I've got my fair share of jets. I used to fly them all the time in BF3. I used to fly them all the time in Battlefield 4. I've got 3,000 hours in jets alone, just on Battlefield 4. Maybe it's 300. I don't know. I haven't even picked up a jet in this game to fly it. I can't bring myself to fly it. This is the last two Battlefields I haven't flown an aeroplane. I refused to fly in Battlefield V because it was for casuals, and this one's just been absolutely annihilated because it's for casuals. What have you got? A 20mm cannon? Oh, that's not good enough from destroying helicopters or anything else on the ground? No. No laser guided like you had in BF4. No. It's air to air. It's air to air. Nothing else. You want to deal with infantry? Sorry, you're going to have to put it in hover mode. Oh, but wait. Hang on a second. You're going to get so flammed because having stingers isn't enough. No. So flammed plus the recoilless. And you're going to have to dodge all those, but then you're going to have to dodge all the helicopters at the same time. And mind you, the helicopters, they can somehow go all the way up into the skybox of the map where jets go. So there's no escaping what's going on. Oh, and don't forget the Wildcats. The Wildcats have lock-ons too. You know, there's a million and one things that can shoot you down. Since when does the anti-air vehicle consist of that many people? It always used to be one person. You either had rocket pods and the 30mm cannons, or you had heat seekers and 30mm cannons. That was it, and you could deal with them. You could deal with them. In this game, you can't. There's no active protection. So why it takes 3 RPGs to take out a vehicle is beyond me. It's just dumb. I could understand that concept in Battlefield 4. There was active protection. And yeah, you'd have to sacrifice an RPG to take out a tank because it had popped its active protection. In this game, no, they pop smoke and they can re-heal themselves. Why? Because there's no need for an engineer. They cut that out. No need for a repair tool because the tank self-heals itself. Why would you want to run around with a repair tool? That's just stupid. Because there's no incentive to be an engineer. There's no incentive to be a medic or a support player or play recon. Gone are those days. Absolutely gone are those days. It's just beyond me how anybody can sit there and defend this game. Paid $150 and people will say, oh, well, why don't you just stop playing the game if you're not happy with it? No, because I paid $150 for it. There's no point. It's like taking $150 and throwing it in the toilet, man. No, I worked hard for it. I'm going to use it. Anyway, take it easy. Merry Christmas.